Alright, how's it going, everyone? I'm going to be doing what amounts to a doubleheader today. Just came back from Washington, D.C., we'll call it. And starting a 3-game series against the Cardinals at Citi Field. Jacob deGrom is on the mound. Let's go. Yeah, geez, we really crushed the Nationals there. Scored a ton of runs. They didn't score more than 2 runs.
MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York. The Mets have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next. Jacob deGrom, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, Matt. And one of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
It feels good to be back in Citi Field here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
A ball and a strike now. Game time temperature tonight, a comfortable 66 degrees at first pitch.
Let's take a quick look at the lineups. You can see for the Mets, McNeil back in the lineup and batting second. Conforto back in the lineup batting 5th. And Marisnik is batting 8th. Brandon Nimmo getting the day off. For the Cardinals, Harrison Bader in center field. Dexter Fowler in right field. Colton Wong in the number 3 spot at second base. Paul DeYoung at shortstop. Matt Carpenter, Tyler O'Neill, Brad Miller, and Brian O'Keefe, followed by the pitcher spot. Brian O'Keefe, I believe, was just called up.
The 1-1 home. Popped him up. McNeil ranging into the outfield. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. In previous duels with deGrom, he's just 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. deGrom is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at-bat.
Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
And he fouls this one off. The next 1-2 pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches this early on in the game, but that's a quality at bat. And what does it make you do as a pitcher? You have to use a lot of your pitches, and the more pitches a hitter sees, the better chance they have to make good contact.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Let's get him.
Hit sharply on the ground. Fielded cleanly. And there's out number 2.
Boy, that was hit hard.
Batting third, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Now batting, Colton Wong, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Pitch on the way. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Down 0-2 to a guy with this much weaponry, 5 pitches he can go to, not looking good.
Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Ramos has got it, and that ends the inning. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. Nothing for the Cardinals to start. Mets coming to bat. We're just getting started ourselves on MLB Network. Carlos Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
The 1-1 home.
2 balls, 1 strike.
It's up to a 3-2 full count now. Jeff McNeil is on deck. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
As if things aren't tough enough here playing in this hostile environment, he walks the leadoff hitter, and oh yeah, he's a threat to run every time he gets on base. Not the way he wanted to start this outing.
Next up for New York, Jeff McNeil. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's set. Here it comes. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Rosario on at first, nobody out. Here's strike 2 as the slider hits the outside corner. McNeil, a California-born ball player, is certainly hoping to be honored as an all-star this year, but he's sort of on the fringe right now, currently 3rd in fan votes. High and deep to left center field. O'Neill looks up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 2-run shot to left center, number 13 for him on the year, as the Mets are out in front now, 2-0.
Didn't waste any time.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
The left fielder.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Now this one's crushed. Left field line. Definitely had the distance.
Oh, yeah, he fooled me. Oh my God. That was foul. Foul ball. You can see it right there. There it is. Two strikes on him.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Damn it.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a two-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me
way too low.
that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
It's not a bad pitch.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Still only one out in the inning. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Now here's the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
So bases are empty here with two gone. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, I know it's early and we're in the first right here, but he's going to have to work that heater to both sides of the plate. He cannot get away with missing over the heart of the plate all night.
1-1 the count. Here it comes. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Bader is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. But the Mets do strike for two, both coming on this two-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. It's now 2-0 New York. So striding in, Paul DeYoung. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Hit hard on the ground to second.
Damn.
And that is through into right field for a single.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 9 homers, 27 driven in. And he falls behind 0-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled off. Ball and 2 strikes. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Again, a 1-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count 1-2. You're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
To the plate now, Tyler O'Neill. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
Fouled away. 1 out and a runner on second base. Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there.
You
Tried
go.
to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. In the dirt here, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Count still full, 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Brad Miller, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. Another 1-2 delivery.
34 pitches for him through an inning and 2/3 right now. That's not terrible, but it's a lot higher than he'd like.
The 2-2 is laid off and the count run.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Now the payoff pitch home.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. Cards leave 1. They're down 2-0. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Wilson Ramos.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First delivery to him on the way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
2 balls and no strikes to Ramos. There's a base hit on the line.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, deGrom, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, J.D. Davis, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch coming, here it is. And he gets the call that time for strike number one. A runner at first with no outs here. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. From the stretch. This one's down to third.
Wow.
And that's through into left field for a base hit. And now he has some trouble with it in left.
Boy, talk
Yeah,
about a rough
Ramos
one for
can't
this
do anything
guy.
with that.
Falls behind in the first inning and back-to-back singles here in the second. This could be a short night for this pitcher.
Yeah, they're passing the baton on the offensive side, putting it on this pitcher early.
Time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Here's Jake Marisnick. He swings and grounds it to short. Wong for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old two-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
So a man at third here with two gone, and that'll bring up the converted shortstop from his days at Stetson University, Jacob deGrom. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Count 1-0.
2 outs here with a runner at third. A ball and a strike.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike two. The 1-2 is laid off for ball two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled away. Here now the 2-2.
Full count, 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. Line
Hey!
field. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Nice.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
At the plate now, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll take a look at ball one. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
Yeah, it was
Here
a clutch
it
hit.
comes, 1-0.
Ball, that's inside.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on
Helps
at the plate.
himself,
You
keeps
can
the
bet
inning
he's
going.
geared to hit the fastball right here.
Down down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. A runner on first with 2 away. A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop. Heading out towards shallow right. Fowler on the run. Great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
And this is just a cut fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get it done. Leaves it right over the heart of the plate, and that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's licking his chops as the ball arrives, and he drills it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
So here's Jeff McNeil, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score anymore here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
The set and the 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
When a guy homers off you early in the game, the last thing you want to do is challenge him and maybe have him do it again. He was a lot more careful with him there.
So our situation has the bases loaded. 2 men out. And up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. Looking to minimize the damage here.
Well, things are bad enough as it is right now. 1 run in, base is juiced, and now he's falling behind the count. You could bet the guy at the plate is thinking about making this a 5-run inning in a hurry.
Ready with the 1-0. Close there, but he doesn't
Ball
get the call
2.
with the breaking ball.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
2 out, bases loaded.
Gotta think he has the hit sign here.
3-0.
3-0.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Three and 1 to the Mets left fielder.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
That was a strike. You kidding me?
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in
have
is
his eyes
especially
closed?
painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
So here's Pete Alonso, and after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
So important getting
Yeah,
ahead
I guess
with the
he
bases
blinked. I
loaded.
agree.
Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
He's set. Now the pitch.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
And he was almost out of the inning with that. Hit 2 strikes on deGrom. Look what happened.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Count is 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Oh, jeez.
To 2-2 now.
A strike away now from getting out of this mess. Sometimes pitching is all about minimizing, right? So keeping it to 2 runs across in the inning would be huge.
And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. A swing and
That's a
drive
to
that
deep
one's got a
center
chance.
field and grand slam!
It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. 24 home runs for him on the season as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Man, that has to hurt. He was one pitch away from getting out of the inning without the wheels coming completely off. But guess what? Now this thing is stripped and on blocks.
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout here as they'll turn things over to the bullpen from here on out. Adam Wainwright is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway.
Adam Wainwright.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0.
Ball back outside.
I just checked my difficulty settings right now just to make sure that the difficulty setting wasn't accidentally turned down or something. But no, it hasn't been. I think I might need to turn it up soon.
Reno.
2 out, nobody on.
Hey.
3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a
This is
slugger
just a
like that to
nightmarish
the end and
inning
end
for the
walking him
Cardinals.
than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Settling in now, Wilson Ramos. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming from Wainwright. Wainwright comes set. Here he comes 0-1. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. Wainwright ready. The 1-1.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
I'm waiting for my pitch.
J.D. Davis would be next if they can keep this inning alive. 2 out with the man at first. Lifted in the air to straightaway center.
Stay in the yard. And stay in the yard.
Bader's there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So they strike for 6 in the inning as there's the big blow. The grand slam home run. We've played 2. It's the Mets 8 and the Cardinals nothing.
Welcome back to Citi Field, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Mets this season. Coming into the day, they rank first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers.
Turn up the difficulty.
One member of the staff told me, it's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones. Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun. Matt, back to you.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here's the pitch. Left side.
Oh, jeez.
And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Brian O'Keefe has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Standing in now, Adam Wainwright, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
Adam Wainwright, eh? I remember when he struck out Beltran. Game 7 of the NLCS 2007.
That's a ball. Nobody out, runner on first.
I was with Flobo. We were watching it. Lobby of my dorm. I haven't forgotten.
And the fastball sails on him, and that gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Now the 2-1 is a swinging strike.
I was throwing at him there. Somehow it missed him.
No one out with a runner at second. And he fouls this one off.
Yeah.
And another foul ball.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I know exactly what I'll do.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Curveball right down the middle.
Big curveball for
it would have been better if he was
that
looking.
Came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He flied out leading off the ball game. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Just off the end of the bat, it's a foul ball, and he'll stick around. Runner at second here with one man out. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and Watching this
98 miles
at
an
bat,
hour.
it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
In now, Dexter Fowler. 0-1 the count. 2 out here and a runner at second. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. They're on the short end of an 8-0 score. And we're back for the bottom of the 3rd. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the 3rd inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, deGrom's definitely looking good.
Wainwright ready. The 1-1.
That's in. Ball 2.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
And Davis has been slumping a little bit as of
Prior
late.
to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time.
And, you know, his batting average has dropped.
Pitch
It's
on the
still
way.
it's
And
just
that
under
misses, so it's a
300
full
now.
Count 3-2. There's Jake Marisnick. He'll get his shot next.
But his batting average is still decent. It's more his power numbers that really dropped off.
Drilled to the left
There's
side.
another hit. Nice.
And that'll just sneak past his outstretched
He's 2
arm.
for
A base
2.
hit.
Well, that's not a bad
But yeah, I
pitch
remember
right
the
there.
first
That's a
couple of
pretty
weeks
good
of the
sinker. He
season,
just happens to hook that
Davis
one
was
right
amongst
into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there.
leaders
Dan.
in the
Was able
team
to
and
get that one to
home
left
runs,
field.
RBI, and then it just seemed like his power numbers kind of. He just stopped hitting home runs.
So now to the plate, Jake Marisnick. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the 0-1. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1. And it's 1-2.
Super late.
On a good curveball, gets him swinging for route number 1.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
To the plate
Now
now,
it's deGrom.
Jacob deGrom tries to get the bunt down here, but this is foul, and we'll see if he tries it again. A base hit in his first trip.
Really kicked off that rally in the last inning.
Set. Here's the 0-1. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground.
Damn it.
Started to offer at it as an appeal goes down to Jerry Hillsdale at third, but Jerry says he held up. It's ball 1. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. runner on first with 2 away. Two balls and no strikes.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
2 balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. The 2-1. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Now another 2-2. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn.
No.
Now a little tapper in front of the mound. This should get him out of it. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. So all set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up Colton Wong.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. High and away, not close. 3-0.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
3-1.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Swing and a miss, and the count goes full 3-2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. Stepping in, Paul DeYoung, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And now a pitch on the way. Strike taken up in the zone. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. DeYoung is retired, 2 down now. Now at the plate, Matt Carpenter. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
In the air out to left. Cespedes will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. Still 8-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Yoenis Cespedes.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
At the plate, Pete Alonso. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball to third.
Wow.
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And he's safe.
The right fielder, number 30.
Keep piling it on.
Michael Conforto.
At 10 hits. Maybe I can get my 20-hit game today.
Stepping in now, Michael Conforto. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I got to believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Couple of men in scoring position here with none down. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. O'Neill waits on it. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. And the throw comes into third, but it's not in time, and it'll be scored as sac fly and an RBI. Stepping into the box, Wilson Ramos. The potential second run of the inning stands at third. First delivery to him on the way. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate.
That's a lousy throw.
But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
J.D. Davis, the next at bat. It was a single
Davis
for
keeps
him
coming
in his
up with
last
nobody
at-bat.
on. It's like, oh man.
Wainwright looks in. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. We played 4 full. Mets out in front, 10-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. They've had their opportunities with runners in scoring position, but still have 0 hits to show for it in those situations. He said repeatedly not coming through with the big hit can wear on you as a team, but in this sport, you have to dwell on the positives. He's confident they'll find a way to break through sooner or later.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Tyler O'Neill goes down for the first out in the 5th inning.
Brad Miller.
Mets will be facing Mikolas
Now to the plate,
tomorrow.
Brad Miller. He was a strikeout victim in his first
With Noah
try.
Syndergaard on the
Sometimes
mound.
you just got to tip your cap to
Good
the guy on
matchup.
the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there, north of 7, 8 pitch ABs. Sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
That's to the left and foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Ball 3.
Come on.
3-2 now.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So digging in now, Brian O'Keefe. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Now the pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and up next the center fielder Jake Marisnick.
Jake Marisnick.
First offering on its way to third, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Up next to the net.
At the plate, Jacob deGrom. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. First pitch on its way. A ball and no strikes. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Grounded to third. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th.
The batter, number 1.
At the plate, Ahmed Rosario. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. First pitch coming from Wainwright. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Good job to lay off that 1-2 breaking ball, put himself right back in this at bat.
The 2-2. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. And this one misses inside. A ball, he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, number 6.
So coming to the plate, Jeff McNeil. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch coming. Here it is. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Hard on the ground towards short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Mets strand 1, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. Tommy Edman is out of the dugout now as it looks like he'll come on and hit for the pitcher Wainwright.
Tommy Edman.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 1 home run and 17 RBIs. This one's blooped out toward right center field. McNeil onto the grass, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
I'm just walking all the way
He
in.
had just retired 9 straight batters right there. He hadn't been in this stretch in a long time. Let's see if the offense can break through.
Get a double play here.
Into the box now, Harrison Bader, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. No hits to this point. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Curveball, but he can't get him to chase it 1 and 2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Digging in the switch hitter, Dexter Fowler. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Three and 2 now.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Dan, tell me how frustrating that is right there. He comes unglued the pitch before, and then he shortens his swing.
Here's Colton Wong now. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Wong brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. Lifted the other way to left center. Marisnik is after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Wow.
And this throw gets away from him.
The batter,
What a nice play.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. A hit in 2 tries so far. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Man, the Redbirds, they've been struggling all game long. They've yet to been able to get that big hit. This is the time for the big hit for the Redbirds.
The 2-0 on the way. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. And with just 5 2/3 innings under his belt, he's about to hit the century mark in his pitch count now.
Yeah, Matty V, and the way baseball is played these days, it's about 6 innings or 100 heaves, and you're pretty much looking for that bullpen. And D-Roll right now, this guy's pretty vulnerable right now at this game.
Yeah, Dan, you were a monster down that bullpen.
All right.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Cards strand a couple. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Genesis Cabrera gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and up next, the big RBI-minded bat of Yoenis Cespedes. First delivery to him on the way.
Nope, ball 1.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
2-0.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Nope. 3-0.
And when you're already down by a bunch, this is where a guy's got to take some responsibility out there and at least start throwing some strikes.
No offer at that one. It's a cold strike. Hit sharply but foul down the right side. And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. From the stretch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Alonso brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with the batting average on the season, but he's found a way to get on base north of 350, working walks with an unbelievable eye at the dish.
Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. A runner at first with no outs here. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
The 2-1 home takes a pitch for strike number 2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time?
I thought I went around.
Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. He's set. Here's the 3-2.
Oh,
and
he got
checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
First offering on its way. Michael Conforto is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Two 2-0 now.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Two balls and a strike.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
2-1.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
The 2-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Runners on first with one down. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
The catcher, number 40. Wilson.
Digging in, Wilson Ramos hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
Comes set with the 0-1. Takes this the other way to right.
Yes.
And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And to score, the runner from second.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
And finally, Davis has an RBI opportunity.
Into the box, J.D. Davis.
Oh.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the
Yes!
run, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap.
And I can't
So
score
much
Ramos
of this game
on
is
that.
situational
So slow.
hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
In now, Jake Marisnick. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul.
I want to try these two guys in. I want to try and keep deGrom in for another inning. I know he's tired.
2-1 home. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Second and third here, one man out. Swing, line,
Oh,
drive.
baby.
That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
The pitcher, Jacob deGrom.
Alex Reyes gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys.
Oof. ERA 7.56.
At the plate now, Jacob deGrom trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch.
Oops.
Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
That's not great form right there, but you can't be surprised. A lot of these guys were not asked to bunt coming up through the minor leagues, so don't expect every sack bunt to get down.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now that's popped up. Miller has a play, and that's the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Stepping up to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Whoa!
And there's a line drive base hit to left field. But this is well up the line, and he's safe at home plate.
Well, that run won't be charged against him, but he's still disappointed. His job is to shut the door down when they call on him, and he just couldn't get it done there.
At the plate, Jeff McNeil, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right.
Goes.
Gone into the upper tank.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing.
Upper deck.
Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
This is like too much. This isn't right.
The left fielder, number 50.
So here's Yoenis Cespedes. As the first pitch here's a bit high.
The computer is like quick pitching me now. I didn't even get a chance to take a look at that replay. Replay vault. Wow.
The 1-0 home. On the ground for the shortstop, DeYoung. And it's in time at first. And hallelujah, the side is retired. Final damage here, 10 come to the plate, 7 runs score. We're through 6 full. The Mets lead it 17-0.
Wow.
Here's Matt Carpenter. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together. The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Misses, ball 2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, is this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
To the plate now, Tyler O'Neill. As he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
Hit hard up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
Hey, after starting the game 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs, that single had to feel good right there. Nice piece of hit.
Standing in now, Brad Miller. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. 0-2 the count to Miller.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Brad Miller goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
I mean, it's like, what's going on? I'm checking the difficulty here just to make sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, it's...
Into the box, Brian O'Keefe, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Slow little grounder left side. Davis grabs it cleanly, and the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Cards leave one. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0.
7th inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
5 hits away from 20.
First pitch on its way. There's ball 1. There's a curveball, but it misses well out of the zone.
Yeah, I know, right? Crowd's dead.
Is taken for strike 2.
They're just up there. Boring. Come on, I came here for a pitcher's duel.
3-2 now.
Good pitch, and I think he locked him up, but he wasn't rewarded for it this time.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Sliced hard on the ground. That's through a base hit,
right,
and he's got his 3rd hit of the game.
This guy came into today absolutely on fire, and nothing has changed. He looks seriously hitterish at the dish right now. That's his 3rd knock of the game.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Center fielder giving chase.
Thought it was gone.
He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson Ramos.
Into the box now, Wilson Ramos. First delivery to him on the way.
At the ball.
Now the 1-0. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Here comes the power swing. No.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out.
All right, power swing again. Oh, I missed it.
Timing just to tip off there as this one's fouled off to the
a
right.
little late. All right, back to normal swing with 2 strikes.
2-2.
Should have just taken that one. Full count. Oh!
Into center field, line drive base hit.
3 to go for 20 hits.
Hey, D-Ro, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
This day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Ryan Helsley will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Yadier Molina is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Batting 9, number 4, Yadier Molina.
In now, J.D. Davis. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. First and second now, 1 man out. Fouled off.
Let's swing at that.
Look into Molina, now the 1-1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Here it is. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Back on it is the left fielder. And this one is gone. A home run.
20 runs.
So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now as this lead got even wider.
Well, with a 3-2 count and only 1 out, he knew that he was probably going to see a pitch in the zone, but he could not have hoped for a better pitch to drive. All aboard the RBI train.
At the plate, Jake Marisnick. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. One and one.
Oh!
Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Yeah, they're
Not
pissed
sure
off.
If that was a
Understandably
pitch
so.
or not, but I like it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
3-1 to him now. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4.
Gonna keep him
once
in.
Again, Jacob deGrom. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
He
And
gets
they will
it down.
have him bunting with 1 away as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
The batter, number 1.
Standing in, Ahmed Rosario. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, and they take another single
Let's
right
get
here.
the
That third base coach is dying to wave his
3
arms.
touchdowns
I
here.
wouldn't be surprised if anything
No.
hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
No balls and 1 strike. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. The throw will go to third. The tag's there, and he's out trying to steal third. Great throw. So they pick up 3 runs
He turned the
on
corner at
3
third
hits,
like,
including
yeah.
the home run. No errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Mets lead this one 20-0.
It's all good.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's
Hey,
going
Dad,
about
did you
his
sign
business,
into my
man.
Netflix?
He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any
Just
effect.
got a
but
notification.
getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Molina, who goes just by Yachty most of the time. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, it's going to be interesting to see where this guy lands at the end of this season. A lot of variables come into place. He's had a long career. It's going to be interesting to see if a team steps out past 1 or 2 years for this player.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Marisnick comes on now, and he has it 1 down.
Now batting.
Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here.
How about
a big
lopsided?
0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Harrison Bader. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
Dexter Fowler.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dexter Fowler. Last time through was a base hit. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Two out, nobody on. Fouled away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he's got another one. 15 strikeouts in the ball game, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. And as you can see, they are way behind. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ahmed Rosario. And he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning.
Last chance for 2 hits.
Rosario.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Belted high in the air out to left. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting. Number 6.
Into the box now, Jeff McNeil has gone deep twice in the game, making him 2 for 4.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Bader is there, 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 52. Go ahead. Cespedes.
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And it's gone as they add still another.
One more.
A solo home run here off the bat of Yoenis Cespedes. 19th home run for him on the season as the blowout continues. These guys are really putting on a show here. That dinger brings the total up to 5 for the game so far. Amazing stuff today, guys.
Yeah, Matty B. How about this, D-Row? If you come to watch offense, you picked the right game to come and see.
5 bombs from one team. Everybody in the lineup. They're making fun right now of the guys who don't have a homer in this one.
John Brebbia comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Now batting.
To the plate now, Pete Alonso. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. And how about that right out of the bullpen? A ground ball on one pitch, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run on
hits.
1 base hit, the home run. No
It
errors.
eludes me once
And
again.
no one left on base. 9th inning coming up. The Mets are out on top, 21-0. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Cespedes. Gonna take him out. Gonna put in Nunez.
Starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them.
And I'm gonna take out Alonso. And I'm gonna put Dominic Smith in there and play first base.
These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
A defensive change for the Mets. Now playing first base, number 2, Dominic Smith.
Let's get some other guys a chance to play here. I'm gonna put Lowry in here, second base.
Jed Lowry is also into the ball game now as he takes over at second.
What else? That's it.
First offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. After it is Marisnik. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
And he covers so much ground up there in center field.
And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Paul DeYoung. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And that's in there for strike 1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Matt Carpenter. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Started the breaking ball far too inside that time. Laid off for ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Now the Cardinals are
And
down
now those that have stuck it out
to
tonight
their
come
final
to their
out,
feet.
or final strike.
Swing.
Put it in the books.
Struck him out.
What a dominating performance.
Game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
21-0 the final tonight. The New York Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jacob deGrom earned his 9th win of the year and mark him down for 17 strikeouts to boot. Carlos Martinez is slapped with 8 earned runs.
17 strikeouts for deGrom.
So wrap on things here this evening.
A complete game shutout.
Rosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney. This is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
His record is now 9-3. The loss goes to Carlos Martinez.
Wow.
He falls to 0.
What can you say about that one?
Time for
That's
ball game. 4 hours.
unbelievable.
17 minutes.
Let's
Tonight's
take a look at this
biggest
highlight
match
reel. It's going to be a long one.
41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.
Started off with a McNeil home run in the first. 2-run score. Alonso with his grand slam in the second. deGrom was unstoppable tonight. McNeil, his second home run of the evening. No doubt shot almost 400 feet to right field. Upper deck. Davis. Yeah, I said his power numbers were struggling. He had something to say about that. He gets the Mets to 20 runs. Jacob deGrom comes in, or stays in. He goes the distance. Here he is striking out Fowler in the 8th. Cespedes gets it to 21. Going to go backwards on the song here. Stays in there for the 9th. Strikes out De Jong. And to end the game, Carpenter, changeup. Wow. Jacob deGrom, our player of the game. 9 innings pitched, 5 hits, 17 strikeouts. Cardinals, we'll look at their box score first. It's a lot of... Look at that SO column. Whole bunch of crooked numbers there. Martinez, he gets the loss. He goes to 0-8. Another rough outing. Wainwright gets tagged with a couple of runs. Cabrera, miserable. Reyes also had a rough time. Mets scored off of every pitcher they faced except Brebbia. And now the Mets box score. Let's take a look at that. 4 for 5 for Davis with 4 RBI. 3 for 4 for Ramos. 3 for 6 for Alonso with 4 RBI coming in his grand slam. 2 for 4 for Cespedes. 2 for 5 for McNeil. 3 for 4 for Rosario. Yeah, I'm going from the bottom up. Yeah. There's a lot going on there. 5 home runs in this game. 2 from McNeil. 1 from Alonso, Davis, and then 1 from Cespedes. Whole bunch of Mets with RBIs, including deGrom. Pitching line, there you have it. His ERA goes to 1.75 on the season and 9-3 record. Mets bullpen get a break. Look at that number. Wow. That's one of the most lopsided games you'll ever see. That one, they'll be playing that one on SNY for a long time. All right. I'm going to advance the day here. Good matchup next.
Hello there, baseball fans. Let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Starting off in the National League East, Jacob deGrom earned the win while punching out 17 batters, leading the Mets to the win over the Cardinals, 21-0. He is currently leading the National League in strikeouts. Andrew McCutchen was clutch at the plate with 3 RBIs, as the Phillies disposed of the Cubs 3-2. And that's what's happening around the baseball world heading into today. Join us again tomorrow for the latest from around Major League Baseball.
I guess there were only 3 games yesterday. All right, then. Well, that's that. That was a crazy one. Very satisfying, though. I'll leave you with that. Our next game tomorrow is another 7 p.m. game. And here's our matchup. It's Miles Mikolas, who's he leads the NL in ERA right now, 1.43, and he's 8-1, and he faces against Noah Syndergaard, who's also one of the leaders in ERA, but he's pitched in tough luck, so he's only 3-4. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Subscribe if you haven't. I do just about 1 game a day, playing the full season as the New York Mets. It's good having you. That was a pretty cool one here. See you tomorrow.